Hello students, welcome to the SS Science World, and this is the class which is the second class of human reproductive system of, and this class is for वैसे तो everyone and anyone can see this and attend these classes, but बेसिक है तो 10th IGCSE बोर्ड स्पेशली उनके लिए है। बाकी कोई भी इससे देख सकता है, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा। और तो आज हम एक क्विक ओवरव्यू ले लेते हैं जो कि हमने पिछली क्लासेस में देखा था। एंड तो हम बात करते हैं। सबसे पहले हमने बात की थी, we talked about chapter number 15, and that is reproduction in humans, in which we talk about the chapter which is uh, what are the structure and function of male and female reproductive system, and how sperm and egg adapted for their functions. And then we talk about how hormones involve in reproduction, and then we talk about sexually transmitted infection, and we will then talk about HIV. But in this chapter we just started with some theories in which we had talked about. First of all, we talk about some important definitions, and uh, we talked about reproduction, that is a biological process in which new individual organism will produce from their parents, and these organisms are termed as offspring. Okay. Then we talked about this types of sexual reproduction, and then we talked about, sorry, types of reproduction, that are sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, two parents are involved, and in asexual reproduction, only one parent is enough to produce their offspring. So यहाँ तक की बात हमने की थी। Then we move forward, and then we talked about homunculus theory, in which we talked about Antony van Leeuwenhoek, and then we talked about John Ham, his student. He called sperm as small animals with tails. Then many theories emerges, and most popular theory we talked about this homunculus theory, in which we talked about a tiny human being reside inside the head part of the sperm. Okay, so ये सारी बातें हम लोगों ने बात की थी, and then we talked about Nicholas Hartsocker, in which we talked about uh, structure, a miniature of the adult, that is reside in the head part of the sperm, and this one is the tail part of the sperm. And maternal characteristics comes from absorption of something inside mother's womb. It was the assumption of at that time, and no one knew among about the contribution of egg cell, because egg cells were not egg cells were not discovered at that time. Okay, now then we proceed along with human reproductive system, and then we talked about sexual reproduction and its definition, in which we talked about that what do you mean by sexual reproduction, and we learned that when sperm from male parent fertilizes egg from female parent, the offspring will produce, and that is our known as sexual reproduction. Now we talked about gametes. Gametes, what are gametes? Reproductive single cell that are haploid and okay, which possess information of characters of upcoming organisms. यानी कि जो भी क्रोमोसोम्स पे जो कैरेक्टर्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, जो हमने 9th स्टैंडर्ड में स्टडी किया था, वो सब हमें मिलते हैं gametes से. And male gamete is a sperm and female gamete is an egg cell. We talked about zygote. Zygote is a diploid cell and formed after fusion of male and female gamete, haploid, and it will become 2n. तो यहाँ तक की बात हम लोगों ने की थी. देन हमने आगे और भी बात की थी जिसमें कि हमने बात की फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के बारे में. इन फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम वी टॉक्ड अबाउट the parts of female reproductive system in which two oviducts and one fallopian tube are present. This one is one, this one is two. There are two ovaries which are connected with fallopian tubes. Then uterus wall is a center part of the female, and this reproductive part is present at the abdomen part of the female. And this uterus wall is lining by endometrium. And then we talked about cervix and vagina. Uterus wall will open into the mouth of cervix, and mouth is then moving forward towards the vagina. So in सब के बारे में we had already talked about and learned about. Now ये सब हम देख चुके हैं. Then vagina is connected by cervix leading outside of the body, and we talked about urethra which is present in front of vagina, and rectum is just present behind the vagina. तो ये सारी बातें हम लोग देख चुके हैं, हमें अच्छे से समझ में आ चुकी हैं. Now as we are moving towards male reproductive system, so in today's lecture we are going to learn about male reproductive system. This one is the side view of male reproductive system, and this one is the front view of male reproductive system. So if we are seeing this side view of male reproductive system, we will see first one is bladder. Bladder is what? Bladder is a structure in which urine is stored. Okay. Now, second one is prostate gland. Third one is epididymis, then sperm duct, then testis, and then scrotum. Erectile. There are erectile tissues. Eighth one is urethra, and ninth one is penis. So, if we compare the side view of our male reproductive system with front view of male reproductive system, we will find this bladder. Bladder is used to store urine, basically. Okay. Now, second part is prostate gland. Prostate gland is something like this, center part of the male reproductive system. Then this one is third part is epididymis. This one is epididymis, and epididymis is what? It is covered these testes and then open into the sperm duct. Okay. Now testis is connected with epididymis and it will be open into sperm duct, and this sperm duct is now moving towards urethra, and urethra having erectile tissues which can um, produce relaxation and contraction of the penis. And then this, these testes are present in two parts. Okay, this one is A and this one is B. So they are present in a pair, and the testes is protected inside the scrotum. Okay, now this one is open into the penis. So this is the pathway of the male reproductive system, and from where each and every sperm will pass and uh, release outside of the body. So we can say that. And after that, if we are moving towards the slide of the male reproductive system, we will find, first of all, हमने क्या देखा था डायग्राम में? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जब हम बात करेंगे तो हम देखेंगे कि सबसे पहले हमने इसमें जो दिया हुआ है वो है सबसे पहले टेस्टिस, एंड टेस्टिस इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेल गैमेट्स, मीन्स testis is responsible of the formation of sperm cell. Sperm is also known as spermatozoa. So it is testes are present outside the body of the male, outside the part of the male body, because males having so much heat inside its body, and if production of sperm will take place inside the male body. Sorry, ये मैंने गलत बना दिया. That is not. Means it's a female symbol, but if we are going to talk about male part, then we will find that this one is the symbol of male. So uh, if sperms are present inside the male body, then what will happen? Production of sperm stops, because sperm production is too much sensitive process, and if too much heat will provide them, then all sperms get damaged. Okay, so that's why testes where sperms are produced, and testes are the production factory of sperms that are present outside of the male body, so that the production of sperms gets and continue in well manner. Now second one is scrotum. Scrotum is a covering of the skin and it contains testes. So scrotum is a protective layer which actually protects the testes. And ये सब हम डायग्राम में भी देख सकते हैं, as we can see it in the diagram, this one. So these are the testes and scrotum में ये present रहती है. Now as we moving forward toward the next part, that is the sperm duct. So sperm duct is a pathway which carries sperm from testis and it's joined at urethra, and urethra is present below the bladder. तो हमने ये चीज देखी थी कि ये ब्लैडर था, इसमें यूरिन कलेक्ट होता है और sorry, it will pass open into the, ये डायग्राम इसमें अच्छे से नहीं बन पा रहा है, it will be continue and moving towards bladder. ओके, तो ब्लैडर जो है वो यूरेथ्रा में ओपन होगा, एंड देन यूरेथ्रा कंटिन्यू टू पेनिस. तो एज हम डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं, you can see it in the diagram that urethra is an opening in which is open into the penis. ओके, तो हम ये देख सकते हैं ये पेनिस में ओपन हो रहा है. नाउ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज this urethra having two functions. It can carry urine and sperm at the different time, not along with. Okay, so at a time only urine will pass, or at another time sperm will pass, but both of them never pass along with each other. Now, prostate gland is what? Prostate gland is responsible to form nutritious fluid for sperms. So sperms can swim also inside the this nutritious fluid, and this nutritious fluid actually nourishes the sperms, and they are responsible for the growth and development of the sperm. So this is the मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम, एंड हमने इसके बारे में बात की, अच्छे से हम लोगों ने स्टडी किया. नाउ next thing is human gametes, in which first of all we can see uh, female ovum. Okay, so female ovum is also known as egg, and ovum is singular but ova, if we pronounce ova is a plural term. So this is the human gamete. First of all, we are talking about female gamete, and it is a round structure. It's a round structure जैसे कि हम देख सकते हैं. And first of all, it having a jelly coat, which is a covering of outer covering of female ovum, and second one is cell surface membrane, that is cell membrane, which is present in each and every cell, and then cytoplasm, which containing yolk. So this one is a cytoplasm, which is a fluid-like structure. हमने देखा है सेल स्ट्रक्चर में, पढ़ा भी है कि साइटोप्लाज्म जो है वो सेल की प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर फिल, जो फ्लूइड फिल होता है उसे कहते हैं. एंड yolk is present inside this cytoplasm and it is an energy store. ओके, तो yolk की फॉर्म में जो है एनर्जी स्टोर होके रहती है. एंड देन दिस पार्ट इज न्यूक्लियस विच कंटेनिंग क्रोमोसोम. तो डायमीटर ऑफ एन एग सेल इज 0.1 mm, एंड ये हम लोगों को माइंड में एकदम से क्लियर रखना है. सो this is the diagram of human female ovum. And now, as we learn in detail about the female gamete, that is ovum, or we can say ova in plural. We can say also egg or egg cell. Now, first of all, human female gamete is ovum. Singular में आपको बता चुकी हूँ. It is single cell. That means it is a haploid in number. Means it contains 23 chromosomes. Means one ovum contains 23 chromosomes. Now, what about formation? It is formed inside ovary, and it starts formation before its birth. At birth time, a female child having thousands of eggs. Okay, it having thousands of eggs inside its ovary at the time of birth. Now at puberty, when it will grow, means human female, it will grow and achieve adolescence and achieve its puberty stage. Ova starts to get matured and only one develop at a time. So only at a time, only one ova get matured. And what do you mean by ovulation? So release of ovum comes in the oviduct, and it will be happen only once per month. So ovulation is simply the release of ovum, and this ovum will come inside oviduct and only once per month. Means per month जितने भी जो एक ओवा है वो जरूर रिलीज होता है एक गर्ल चाइल्ड में नहीं कह सकते हम, एक गर्ल अडल्ट गर्ल में. तो ये जो ओवम है ये ओविडक्ट में जाके रिलीज होगा. जैसे कि हम देख सकते हैं डायग्राम में, वेयर इज ओविडक्ट, दिस वन इज ओविडक्ट. तो यहाँ पे जो है ओवरी से एक एग हर मंथ, एवरी मंथ विल रिलीज इन दिस ओविडक्ट. इस ओविडक्ट को हम फिलिपिन ट्यूब के नाम से जानते हैं. ओके, तो आई होप यहाँ तक आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. And then we will proceed towards male gamete. Now we all know that male gamete is also known as sperm and is also known as spermatozoa. Spermatozoa is also another name of sperm. So this is the structure of sperm जो हमने पहले भी देखा था, miniature of adult. So it having a head part first of all, then it having a middle piece, second part which containing mitochondria to release energy for swim, and third one is its tail part, that is flagellum. So this head part containing acrosome. Acrosome is what? This one is acrosome. Acrosome is a vesicle containing enzyme. having and lots of enzymes to dissolve away through the jelly surrounding the egg cell. हम लोगों ने egg cell का स्ट्रक्चर देखा था, इसमें हमने क्या देखा था, jelly coat. We see the jelly coat part of this one. So sperm is simply what will do. It will come towards the egg and it will the acrosome present inside the head of the sperm cell. Okay. So this acrosome having lots of enzymes and it will dissolve this jelly coat slowly dissolve करेगा, अंदर आएगा, enter करेगा and वो किसकी तरफ मूव करेगा, न्यूक्लियस की तरफ, एग सेल के न्यूक्लियस की तरफ एंड इट विल गेट फ्यूज विद दिस न्यूक्लियस एंड जो इसका न्यूक्लियस है वो इसके साथ इंसर्ट करेगा, फ्यूज कर जाएगा एंड दोनों में क्या बन जाएगा, n प्लस n दैट इज 2n. ओके, आई फील एंड आई बिलीव दैट आप लोगों को सारी चीजें एक साथ एकदम से अच्छे से समझ में आ रही हैं. नाउ as we move forward towards the main gamete, so we will see that second part is सॉरी फर्स्ट पार्ट की जब हम बात करें तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमने बात की एक्रोसोम के बारे में. नाउ वी विल मूविंग टुवर्ड्स न्यूक्लियस. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, न्यूक्लियस इज अ nucleus containing and it is present, it's a round shape structure and it is present in head part of the sperm and this middle part is contain mitochondria which release energy for swimming. तो ये जो है फ्लैजिला की मदद से विद द हेल्प ऑफ फ्लैजिला इट विल स्विम और मूव, दैट इज इट्स थर्ड पार्ट. लेकिन इसको मूव करने के लिए, किसी भी चीज को मूव करने के लिए वी हैव टू यूज एनर्जी. तो ये एनर्जी से कहाँ से मिलेगी, ये एनर्जी से मिलेगी, इट विल गेट दिस एनर्जी फ्रॉम माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड दिस माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज प्रेजेंट इन द मिडल पीस हियर. ओके, so energy produce करेगा mitochondria and it will transfer towards the flagellum, it will move and sperm can easily swim towards the egg cell of the female. Okay, तो यहाँ तक आई होप आप लोगों को क्लियर हो चुका होगा स्ट्रक्चर. एंड नाउ इसका एक ओवरव्यू हम देख लेते हैं. दिस इज द ओवरव्यू ऑफ human gamete and that is human male gamete and that is the sperm and also known as spermatozoa. So human male gamete which is known as sperm and also known as spermatozoa and this term is singular while plural form of spermatozoa is spermatozoon. तो zoa के बाद हम n भी पुट कर देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, spermatozoon हो जाएगा. Now single cell means it's a haploid cell means 23 chromosomes are present inside the human male sperm and formation occur by meiosis and it will take place inside testis. It will continue from puberty and very sensitive towards heat. जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया, it is very sensitive towards heat. That's why testes are present outside the male body and present located inside scrotum where it is so much means protected. Now, next is number in a single production time is millions of sperm will produce at a time and also release in 8 times. At a time, million of sperm can be produced. Okay. तो यहाँ तक आई होप आप लोगों को समझ में आ गया होगा. Each and everything is clear. Now, as we are moving towards the section of testes, we have to know the exact process of testis, so here is the diagram in front of you all, that the section of testis. First of all, हम अगर start करें inside, tubules were where sperms are made. These are the tubules. Inside testis, we can see these compartment-like structure. Compartment-like structure. Okay. Now these compartments having tubules, पतली पतली tubules होती हैं, very thin, and यहाँ पे इन tubules में जो tubule cells होते हैं, that will produce, tubule cells will convert it into sperm cells. Okay, so now as these sperms will get produced, they will be going continue towards a tube present in epididymis. So this one is epididymis, हमने देखा था, which is, what is epididymis? Epididymis is connected with this testis, and epididymis having tubes where sperms are stored. तो ये sperm production कहाँ होगा? Tubules में होगा, जो कि टेस्टिस के अंदर होगा, एंड एपिडिडाइमिस में स्टोरेज ऑफ स्पर्म होगा. ये चीज याद रखना कि स्पर्म प्रोडक्शन कहाँ होगा? इनसाइड टेस्टिस, एंड स्पर्म स्टोरेज कहाँ होगा? स्टोरेज जो है वो होगा एपिडिडाइमिस में. नाउ थर्ड पार्ट इज स्पर्म डक्ट. व्हेन ejaculation will take place, ejaculation means the release of sperm. When जब टाइम आएगा कि स्पर्म रिलीज होने का टाइम आएगा, then it will move towards inside these tubes, and these tubes are known as sperm ducts, and it will be go and moving towards its destination. तो ये चीज हम लोगों को समझ में आ गई. नेक्स्ट हम मूव करते हैं, इसी के बारे में ओवरव्यू हम देखेंगे. सेक्शन ऑफ टेस्टिस in which we can see tubules. हमने देखा tubules present inside testes and it is responsible for production of sperm. And cells of tubules convert into sperm, and thousands in number at a time. Now tubes present inside epididymis and their responsibility are to storage of sperm. Now sperm ducts are the ducts from where sperms get released outside the body, or we can say outside the testis. Now testes are located outside of the body, outside of a male body, we all know, because sperms are too much heat sensitive. That's why it is the condition of testes to locate outside the body. Okay, तो यहाँ तक हमने बात की. Section of testes are also clear now, and now we will moving towards fertilization. So fertilization is very long process, and that's why we will take this in our next class. तो ये सब हमें देखना है. Fertilization, then implantation, placenta. We will talk about amniotic sac and testosterone and estrogen, menstrual cycle. Then we will talk about hormones, changes during menstrual cycle. Then we will talk about sexually transmitted infection and structure of HIV virus. Now इस तरह से हम लोग ये सारा का सारा जो है चैप्टर तो हमें कंप्लीट करना है, गो थ्रू करना है. बट टिल नाउ दिस इज कंप्लीटेड, एंड नाउ हम बात करते हैं कि जो भी आपको अगर इसमें कुछ भी डिस्कशन ऐसा लगा है जो आपको समझ में नहीं आया, यू कैन ask me in the comment section, and you will find each and everything. But if you having any trouble in finding notes, you can contact me, एंड लिंक मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन पे दे दूंगी आप लोगों को। आप फेसबुक पे भी से भी वो कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं नोट्स, और आप मेरी मेल आईडी पे भी मुझे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो जैसे ही नोट्स जो हैं आप लोगों को अवेलेबल होंगे, आई विल नोटिफाई यू। टिल देन, हैप्पी लर्निंग एंड एंजॉय लर्निंग।